Okay, we're back. Last time we did something. We were here. And now we are going toward... I do have it marked. The ice gym. So, I'm gonna walk. Well, I did.
Okay, so you only have, like, what, 4 things left?
I did mention I am putting XCOM on a pause to, because I want to wrap up this game as soon as possible now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, okay.
Mostly because I'm just ready to move on. And this will be our big goodbye to the Switch 1 series. Say goodbye, Switch 1. Before it catches on fire, at least.
What happens if
I don't get a Switch 2?
But by the time we start our next series that involves having to use a Switch.
Then I'll hold off. I don't know. That's the plan, because I don't know when the next Switch series will be.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, in other fun facts, Persona 5 Royal is about to have more episodes than the entirety of Kingdom Hearts. Really?
I'm not shocked.
And we just crossed the halfway point.
So you were complaining about Kingdom Hearts?
I was complaining? I mean, I do complain about it a lot.
No, like about how long that series has gone.
I mean, on one hand, Persona's a really long game, but I don't know.
We've covered 3 Kingdom Hearts games already.
Yeah. I just think there was a lot of some of the side content went a bit too long. That's just my opinion. And you guys know about my opinions. Anyway, I joked like, oh, we're not, because like we're planning to do Persona 3 Reload after that, and I joked like, oh, can't wait to see, stay tuned for our series in 2028 of that. Now it might actually start this year.
Hey, Bagon.
Bagon.
Yeah, right there. That's a rare Pokemon.
Because we are progressing through that game a lot faster than I thought.
You might want to quick call first.
Yeah. We just did the Okumura Palace, aka the worst one, and he was like, "Dude, the palace wasn't that bad."
I mean, I can't argue because that's my opinion, actually.
They made it easier in Royal, but...
I've only played the original.
Yeah. We got our first friend zone. So tell me. Because the viewers want us to romance Makoto.
Were you the viewer?
No, I held like a series of polls.
No, I'm making a joke.
No. You know who I would have voted for.
I'm actually forgetting, so...
Yoshizawa.
Uh...
She was third place.
Who was second again?
Takemi. Oh, I killed Bacon. Yeah, Takemi was second place, and that was Jonathan's choice. But he said when we do 3, he wants to romance Fuka.
Imagine if you played the original version of 3, where you had to romance all of them no matter what.
God. He was really sad about not doing Takemi. And then the open world boss fight happened, and he's like, okay, I can see why this battle sucks now. Yeah, we're about to start the, just Nijima Palace. Give the timestamp. 85 episodes in. And we have matched 2 confidants so far. Yoshida and Mishima. Where am I going? Am I going the right way? I see snow. No, that's not snow.
No, you are.
Jump! So,
worst case scenario, you can fly to the wrapping gym. It's on the trail.
Yeah, if I do get truly lost.
Another big one.
Oh, shit. Okay, 7 times the charm. They make it so easy.
Did you forget?
I'm trying to fulfill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, immunity. Got him.
Ha! Got him!
Got him.
Oh, you hear what's going on in Marvel Rivals?
I don't really pay attention to that game.
Okay. So basically, there's been a large surge of like players playing with the flying characters, right?
Yeah.
And to make up for that, because no one's been playing the thing, because the thing can't really hit anyone who's in the air, right?
So here's the thing.
Yeah. So here's the thing. They decided to give him a buff, right?
Yeah.
So they gave him a new ability. The best way to describe this ability is, you ever see that one gif of Markiplier running, then jumping and punching?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
They gave him the jump punch. Like he will jump towards an enemy and then punch him with a haymaker.
Oops.
Porky Pib.
Oh well.
Probably best for law reasons.
I don't feel like fixing it.
It's funny. It'd be too much effort.
It's funnier that way.
Yeah.
I can live with my error.
And look, where's art?
Where is art?
No, what is art?
What is?
This is the boss of the area.
I can tell. So when the Persona video comes out, you're ready to listen to your own takes and be like, wait, did I really say that?
I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, obviously. I have other shit to be doing. Like, as you might have noticed, I've been replaying Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright? We're gonna play that after this game again.
I'm currently in the middle of Rise from the Ashes.
Ooh.
Day 3. I just started. I'm just about to be hitting day 3.
I think that's where we were.
All I will say is, not having to voice the characters has made this a lot funner.
It is.
It's a lot funner when you don't have to actually be saying shit. You can rather just listen to whatever you're listening to in the background. Read the dialogue in your own head.
Yeah.
Also, can I just exclaim how much I appreciate Damon Gant?
He's a good villain.
Yeah. Like, he's clearly the best villain in that game. Like, unironically. Especially because if you know what you're doing with Von Karma, he's fucking easy to take down.
Yeah.
Damon Gant, on the other hand, that motherfucker makes you work for it. And also, I'll absolutely love it because he's designed to be a character who's not like ultimately evil. He believes he's doing good, but he's doing evil to make sure that good is being done. So, one of the things you notice, he's one of the few people, especially in the first game, who's willing to give Wright even like a bit of a break.
A bit.
Like, he actively likes like Phoenix and Miles. It's just he's currently against them. It's why at the end of the game, when you've defeated him, he's like willing to like just let it go.
Hunter.
On some level, he's happy that like the future of law is at the very least on good hands. But as TV shows pointed out to me, kind of funny that like Phoenix kind of took that lesson about how sometimes you're just gonna have to like do shady shit to like beat impossible odds. Like, kind of to heart.
Yeah.
Because what game are you in again?
I've beaten the entire original trilogy.
Okay, so you're right about to hit Apollo Justice. It's a minor spoiler because it's the first case in the game. The way you beat the first case in the game involves essentially Phoenix tricking you into using forged evidence to take down your boss. Now,
number 69.
That doesn't make a lot of sense at first, but you'll eventually find out he is much more dangerous of a human being than you could have imagined, and it was for the best.
Yeah.
So Phoenix basically kind of inherited that lesson from Gant, if you really think about it. Because like he kind of needed to be doing shady shit to get to like maneuver around the dark age of the law to tear it down. In other words, the ends justify the means. To all the Ace Attorney fans, they know what I mean.
I don't.
Maybe play the sequel trilogy.
I will when I actually get it. Snom.
I actually don't know what to tell you to play first. You can either play the investigation games or the sequel trilogy first.
I'm leaning towards the sequel trilogy.
Fair enough.
Dad, I got so many Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon master. Can I climb up this slope? No. Because that's not even the way.
By the way, you have no idea how disappointed I was that, like, that new Capcom Presents, there's no Phoenix Wright news.
Ace Attorney 7 is never coming out.
I know it's not. Come on, at least give us Great Ace Attorney 3 or something.
Great Ace Attorney 3 is never coming out.
Yeah.
If we get,
Seriously, I want an Ace Attorney 7. Come on.
if we get a Danganronpa 4 before an Ace Attorney 7,
I'm a fucking riot.
I'm a riot.
Like, how dare Danganronpa survive when Ace Attorney is still in a coma?
They're game theory. They're gonna retcon the V3 ending, so it was actually like a split. It made it a Squid Game reference instead, where instead of being watched by the whole wide world, it's being watched by a group of rich assholes.
That kind of doesn't make sense. How the fuck did these kids know about it then? Because it's blatantly upfront that Shuichi mentions that he's a huge fan.
The footage is doctored.
The footage isn't doctored. It's literally not footage. It's just their memories.
They're trying to make logic out of Danganronpa.
Yeah. This isn't Miles Edgeworth. Common sense doesn't have any fucking place.
They will find a way.
By the way, that's actually the funniest part about the investigations games. Miles Edgeworth's like greatest like talent is his ability to have common sense. That's not a joke. They labeled his ability common sense.
Wow. It's the oldest trick in the book. Oh. Ow.
It also helps clear up as to why like Miles is so fucking pissy in the second game. Because if you don't know, Rise of the Ashes was originally added to the DS version. Yeah.
I do know that.
So people have no idea as to like why Miles decided to like essentially declare himself dead, even though he went out to wander the world, right?
Yeah.
But it makes more sense with the knowledge that in Rise he had to deal with the fact that like with the revelation that he literally never actively cheated. All the rumors were basically just rumors by people who were just kind of pissy at the fact that like you know, he was a good prosecutor, and he found ways to like beat the defense. Like all the updated autopsy shit was just quite literally just, hey, there was an update to the autopsy. I kind of have to like bring it up.
Still, it's
a dick move, but it's not like he was the one fabricating that. He was very much. Well, the police had to be doing that shit. Which also makes more sense if you remember that the police was actively, like, you know, cheating on cases because of Gant. But, like, that case reveals that his very first case he actually forged evidence unknowingly. So, like, his crisis of faith is basically, how can I call myself a prosecutor if I actively cheated without knowing about it? Both because he's like, I cheated, and also because I should have had more due diligence to check that all of my evidence was real. Because it's hilarious, but Rise of the Ashes goes out of its way to kind of humiliate Miles, but like constantly showing that like not only does Gant have like superiority over him, but also he's constantly making like mistakes, like him ignoring Mike Meekins. But if he hadn't, he wouldn't have had like the major fuck up in the first trial.
Oh, I remember this challenge.
But you can kind of tell that the Meekins was sent on purpose by Gant.
Yeah.
Like, as a way to humiliate him, because there's no fucking shot that, like, Edgeworth would have taken Meekins seriously. Gant knew this. If he actually wanted Edgeworth to be doing things correctly, he would have sent Gumshoe. Because had Gumshoe been the one carrying that report, he would have gone into, like, to Miles much faster, and also would have been able to bring up the fact that, hey, you're investigating the death of fucking Goodman? This case is also about the death of Goodman.
Yeah. Alright, here it goes.
I don't know. It's Rocks in the Ashes is a lot funner when you don't have to worry about talking.
Alright, now voice act the entirety of Danganronpa.
Fuck that.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even want to like voice act the lines from the lines from Makoto's internal thoughts alone.
Makoto?
Just his internal thoughts alone are bullshit levels long.
Yeah, that is what Danganronpa does.
You're not meant to be hitting those.
I know. These?
Yeah, you're meant to be getting in there.
Well, if I hit them, it's an accident.
Yeah.
Oops. If I miss them, it's an accident. Oh yeah, I played the entirety of Mario 64 recently.
Oh, was that?
Good game, the camera kinda sucks.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mario 64's camera's kind of infamous for being shit.
Yeah, well, it was the first of its kind, to be fair, but I'm not gonna excuse it for that. How...
I'm not gonna excuse it because literally every game that tried copying it did it worse. So it's still the best out of that generation.
It took a whole extra console for the cameras to get good. Like, it's still a fun game, but
like seriously, try playing any of the other 3D platformers from that era. Literally, 64 is the best out of those games. So the fact that its camera shit tells you everything you need to about all the other ones.
There's an unofficial PC port, and it actually gives you a free roam camera.
They didn't make a good camera until like Sunshine.
Yeah. How will we rank the main Mario games? Super Mario Bros. 1 is an NES game. It's a good game. Lost Levels is a sin, and I can see why they never localized it.
Yeah, that's about right. It's basically Mario Kaizo before Mario Kaizo.
Mario 2 is weird. Mario 3 is good, actually. Mario World I've never played, but it has Yoshi.
Why do you say actually like it's an actual like it's a contention point? Mario 3 is considered one of the best games of all time by like old heads who haven't played a game since like fucking the 64. Look, I like it. Let's be honest here. It's not the greatest game of all time. It's just a really good game.
Super Mario World I haven't played, but I know it has Yoshi. 64, I just went over it. Mario Sunshine. Bad.
Meh. I got no opinion. I never grew up with it.
Oh, no. Well, I never finished it. It's just hard. 64...
I actually had to play that one day.
I was gonna play on this channel eventually.
But I'm not all that great at platformers anyway.
I don't really trust you with platformers, to be honest.
As you can clearly tell, my strengths rely a lot more on things like RPGs.
You ever wonder why I play all the platformers?
Yeah. Like I don't have the hand-eye coordination for platformers, but I do have the mental acuity to keep up with fucking text.
So, 64 DS. It's 64 on the go, but more, I guess. Wario's in it.
That's probably the platformer I did best at, actually. The one I got furthest on. I don't think I've ever actually beaten a platformer.
Huh.
Like, I've played them, but usually I don't get, like, close to the end. Because I'm just not good at platformers.
Interesting. New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. It's a good 2D platformer. That's about all I have to say.
Yeah.
I never had it, but my cousin had it, and I played it a lot. This copy. What was in there? Super Mario Galaxy. Mario games went downhill after that.
What about Galaxy 2?
Galaxy 2, it doesn't exist. What do you mean?
Okay, so we're treating this like Taiwan, huh?
I'm joking. Galaxy 2, I prefer 1, but it's still a great game.
Yeah, no, 1 has Rosalina, that's enough to sell me. By the way, I do find it funny how everyone agrees. Hey, so does that mean that, like, World's gonna be adding, like, the 13-year-old Pauline? And if so, doesn't that make it unfair to all the other characters who have to deal with their babies?
Yeah.
She's the only one who doesn't have to deal with a baby. She just gets a teenage version of herself.
New Super Mario on the Wii, multiplayer Mario was a mistake.
By the way, if you don't know, yes, it was confirmed on the Japanese site that Pauline is 13 in that game.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people be creepy about it, but not in the way you'd think. But I mean, everyone's like, hey, cool! A 13-year-old who actually looks like a fucking 13-year-old and stuff like that, right? Yeah. But every once in a while, someone would be like, I can't believe that they made her 13. Does Nintendo not know what the internet's gonna do to her? Why the fuck are you even focusing on that, man?
I don't know.
Like, you're the one putting attention to that. No one's been bringing up Rule 34 outside of you, motherfucker.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is proof that multiplayer Mario is a bad idea.
I say that because I'm, like, 75% certain that, like, the people who complain about that stuff the most tend to be the most likely to actually, like, be into that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because you ever notice how a lot of politicians who are profoundly anti-pedophilia tend to also almost always get caught being pedophiles? Because they're the ones who put the most attention to it.
Remember that server I was talking about?
Yeah.
Shit, I denied it. Oh well, whatever.
Like, a regular person doesn't bring it up as often as you'd think.
Again, Wii proves multiplayer Mario is a bad idea. Horrible idea. I had so many fights with people back in the day.
I can't wait to fail out Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, yeah. New Super Mario...
Actually, no, I said DS was the one I went for this. I think actually it's Mario Odyssey.
What was it?
Pretty sure I got to the Dragon Boss.
What was it? New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. The coin gimmick ruined the entire game. New Super Mario Bros. U on the Wii U and technically Switch. Multiplayer Mario is still a bad idea, and also the Switch version gave us the Royal Crown.
That's a sin.
That's a sin. But
that's technically a joke, but like, let's be honest here. The internet's obsession with Bowsette was kind of weird.
But if there's one thing I do appreciate for having the Switch version, is that they have specific characters dedicated for people who are bad at platformers to play as.
Yeah. Oh no! The actual for this one I ever got into was 3D World. No, not World. 3D Land.
I forgot 3D Land. 3D Land is a good game. The
reason I got farthest in 3D Land is because every once in a while I'd get stuck, but then they'd give me the fucking Super Luigi.
Oh yeah.
That would just beat the level for me.
That was the Wii one. 3D Land gave you an invincibility.
Yeah, no, I'm at the invincibility. But I got to the Luigi stages, that's why I said the Super Luigi.
3D World is very fun, and I like it a lot, but it is got even more proof multiplayer Mario is a
mistake.
They made it even worse by giving everyone shared lives.
I'd say that the biggest boon to the Mario franchise was Odyssey just saying lives don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
And just charging you 10 coins.
Yeah. There's a reason when I got 3D World on the Switch, I beat it twice within a week. I played once in my own time, and then I played another time fully online with 3 other people.
Seriously, lives are unironically like a remnant of the arcade era. We don't really need them anymore.
Odyssey is the 3rd best Mario game.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Top 2 are Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Multiplayer Mario is a bad idea, but I like the visual style. And that's my thoughts on the main line of Mario.
For now.
Until the next one comes out.
Now your thoughts on the Mario RPGs.
Okay. Super Mario RPG, haven't played. Paper Mario, haven't played. Thousand Year Door, haven't played. Super Paper Mario, haven't played. Superstar, haven't played. Hard as shit. Color Splash, haven't played. Origami King, haven't played. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, haven't played. Partners in Time, haven't played. Bowser's Inside Story, haven't played. Dream Team, haven't played. Paper Jam, haven't played. Brothership, haven't played.
Those were all of them ranked.
Mario plus Rabbids, good game actually. Mario plus Rabbids 2, disappointment.
Yeah, I did hear that. Like, as much as the first one was good, the second one wasn't.
Yeah.
What was the mess up part of the second one again?
They kind of gave everyone like the ability to choose any weapon.
Oh, so basically, there's no point in having any different
Party.
Yeah,
Like strategy.
Just grab whatever weapon you need at the time and use the same characters over and over again.
And they made it too free roamy for combat.
Yeah, I did hear that. Like, it's one of those things. Like with games like XCOM, you need compact maps. You need them because if everything is too open, there's no fucking shot you'll survive.
Like Mario plus Rabbids combat was simple, but it's still really engaging.
Like, there's a reason why every XCOM like player acknowledges the hardest maps are like the spaceships. They usually have like large fucking like areas with nothing inside of them, where you can't hide, and it's really hard to avoid getting killed.
And we will continue this next time.